All right, let's fire up the flux capacitor and hit 88 miles per hour, because we're going to tackle a big question. What makes Back to the Future such a perfect, timeless classic? I mean, this is a film from 1985 that somehow feels just as exciting today as it did decades ago. So we're going to deconstruct exactly why that is.
So what's the secret sauce? How does a movie so rooted in the 80s manage to feel this fresh, this universal, even now? Well, the answer is in a formula that is just about as perfect as it gets. And honestly, Back to the Future is pretty much the textbook example.
And look, this isn't just a nostalgia trip. The critical acclaim is absolutely undeniable. This film rocks a staggering 9.5 out of 10 rating. That puts it way up there in legendary territory. This isn't just a good movie. We're talking about a masterwork.
I mean, critics have literally called it pure cinematic magic. And that's a huge statement, but you know what? The film backs it up in every single scene. So the question is, how in the world did director Robert Zemeckis and his team actually pull this off? Okay, first up, let's talk about the film's foundation, because it is brilliant. See, it was never just a science fiction movie. It was this perfectly engineered mix of genres that created something completely new.
The movie's DNA is really this perfect three-part harmony. You've got the mind-bending ideas of science fiction, mixed with the laugh-out-loud timing of a great comedy, and the edge-of-your-seat pace of an adventure. And the key is, no one genre ever takes over. They all work together just brilliantly.
And all of this is built on a premise that is just unforgettable. It's so simple, but it's genius, right? A regular teenager, a totally bonkers scientist, and a time machine made out of a DeLorean. It's exactly the kind of high-concept idea that just grabs you and doesn't let go.
But you know, a great concept is nothing without great characters, and it's the iconic performances here that really bring the story to life. This is the heart of the film, for sure.
And at the core of it all is this incredible duo. You have Marty McFly, the classic teenager we can all see a little bit of ourselves in. He's energetic, he's funny, and he is way in over his head. And then you've got Doc Brown, who isn't just a character, he's the archetype, the definitive mad scientist.
And Michael J. Fox just absolutely shines as Marty. He brings this incredible charm and relatability that makes you root for him from the second you see him. Honestly, without that performance, you just wouldn't be as invested in the crazy mess he finds himself in.
And then on the other side, Christopher Lloyd. I mean, what can you even say? The man created one of the most memorable characters in all of movie history. His energy is just electric, his delivery is iconic, the performance is unforgettable. Great Scott!
So we've got a great story, we've got iconic characters, but what really elevates the film from just being good to an all-time classic is the incredible craftsmanship, that extra polish that makes every single moment shine.
And it really comes down to three key things. First, the plot is just airtight and super exciting. Second, that musical score is legendary. And third, the visuals, especially those DeLorean scenes, are just burned into our collective memory forever.
Let's dig into that plot for a second. It's a masterclass in screenwriting. The writing is so clever, it's packed with jokes and tiny little details that all pay off later. It's filled with real tension, like is Marty going to fix the timeline or not, and so many fun twists, especially when he's awkwardly trying to navigate his own parents' teenage romance.
And then, oh man, the music. You can't talk about this film without humming that theme by Alan Silvestri. It's so heroic, it's adventurous, it perfectly captures the feeling of the movie and elevates every single scene. It's not just background noise, it's part of the film's actual identity.
And of course, the visual spectacle, the DeLorean hitting 88 miles per hour, leaving those flaming tire tracks behind. These are not just special effects. They're iconic moments in cinema, a perfect blend of sound, visuals, and just pure, unadulterated excitement.
So when you put it all together, what's the final verdict? What is the core reason this film has stood the test of time and remained a masterpiece for so long?
It really boils down to a perfect recipe. You've got that ideal blend of sci-fi, comedy, and adventure. You have unforgettable characters brought to life by legendary actors. You have masterful filmmaking, from the script to the score. But there's one more thing tying it all together, a surprisingly powerful emotional core.
Because underneath all the time travel and the chase scenes, the film has this powerful universal theme. It's a reminder that the smallest moments, the little choices that we make every day, can have this massive ripple effect that can completely reshape the future.
And that kind of leaves us with a final thought, doesn't it?
Back to the Future is all about how one person's small actions changed everything. So it makes you wonder, what small moments, what tiny decisions in your own past have set you on the exact path you're on today? Something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.